Hello everyone, this is Dr. Live with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. Are you in a relationship or situation where you feel doubt, worry, or anxiety? It feels like you're stuck. It may even feel like you're on a roller coaster. Every day is something different. You feel like you have to walk on eggshells to watch how you say and do certain things so that you don't upset or trigger your partner or make a bad situation worse. You feel lonely, unseen, unloved, and unimportant. You can say you have a person. You might even live together, have an engagement, marriage, or children. Yet, you still feel lonely, abandoned, neglected, either physically, mentally, emotionally, or all of the above. Are you on a job or in a situation, any other situation, that is unfulfilling, blocking, or hindering your growth? You feel as though you're overcompensating and making sacrifices only to your own detriment. From a mental and emotional health standpoint, for your overall well-being, your peace, security, and growth, it is important to think about what you really have with this person, or what you really have in this situation, and what is it that keeps you tied to this person or situation. And of course, this will look different for different people. Regarding relationships, it could be love, marital vows, children, fear of being alone or abandoned, fear of losing what little support, security, or finances you do have, the uncertainty about the future and about how that would affect you. In addition to these concerns, it could also be associated with self-doubt, insecurities, or traumas one might have. It is also important to understand that indecisiveness will only keep you stagnant. Making a decision one way or the other will help you gain momentum. And while you won't always know if the decision you make will yield better outcomes, because most of the time, allowing time for things to unfold and come into fruition will tell. However, at least by making a decision, you've taken the initiative, you're taking control and agency over your life, stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're believing in yourself. And for many, this even strengthens their faith as well and helps them to start trusting their own decision making. And so many people get worked up about not wanting to make the wrong decision. So please take note of this point. And that is, the best decision is the one you make to end a toxic, dysfunctional, or unhealthy situation. Any situation where you are being mistreated, taken advantage of, or your mental and physical health is being jeopardized. None of us know the future. All we can do in any given moment is to do the very best we can with what we have. It's important to also engage in self-reflection or self-examination. Think about the life you're living. Think about how it's affecting you and others involved. How much longer can you do this? How much longer can you live like this? What are the consequences if you stay in a relationship or stay on that job or stay in that toxic situation? And what are the consequences if you end it or walk away? What fears, doubts, or anxieties are holding you back? Have you carefully explored all of the pros and cons of staying versus all of the pros and cons of leaving? We call this a cost-benefit analysis. And it's important to engage in careful self-examination. Don't ignore it. Don't use avoidance, numbing, or escapism to deal with this issue. Because if and when you do, the problem never goes away. In fact, it worsens and newer problems can arise from it, and oftentimes will arise from it, does arise from it. It also wears you down, depletes you of your mental and emotional strength, keeps you codependent and trauma bonded, and you cannot thrive or become a better version of yourself or become your best self in this type of environment. Like a flower or plant, we as humans need to be in environments that water us, so to speak, that enrich us. We too need the proper ingredients to help us grow and flourish. We can't grow when we're stuck in mud, poor soil, not receiving sunlight or proper nourishment and attention, and when we're surrounded by weeds choking us and keeping us entangled. We need healthy connections and relationships. We need the right people around us, not any and everybody, or people who are toxic, users, abusers, and time wasters. And yes, there will always be anxiety and fear associated with change, but there is also life and opportunity on the other side. For a while, you might have to be uncomfortable. There might be some challenges and hardships as you re-strategize and reinvest in yourself, as you reestablish your new normal and figure things out. And though the process isn't always a smooth transition, it will only strengthen and transform you into a stronger, wiser, more resilient version of yourself. And it is this growth and self-development that will help you heal and position yourself to have and receive better in your life. Understand that there will always be uncertainty in life to contend with, regardless of how much we organize, plan, set goals, and try to be proactive. And yes, we should continue to do these things, but with knowing and understanding that there will still be unforeseen occurrences that might cause setbacks. Despite your planning, you may still have to take a different route than expected. However, don't let this cause you to give up or not try at all. The purpose of doubt and fear is to keep you from even trying, to keep you from even entertaining the possibility of wanting better, doing better, and becoming better. But remember, you have a choice whether you buy into or accept anxious, doubtful, and fearful thinking. And no, it doesn't feel like you have a choice, but remember, feelings aren't facts. And I'm here to tell you that you do have a choice. You can change your perspective, how you think about it, talk about it, and handle situations. Of course, these changes will also affect other people involved in the situation, and they might be understanding and receptive or not. However, you have to weigh what's most important, satisfying people or reaching your full potential, living the one life you get to live, exercising your full independence, autonomy, and freedom to gain the happiness, peace, and security that you want, need, and desire. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and we will talk soon.